All right, everyone. Welcome to Recovery Unplugged Live. How are you two today? We have Amy and Mysti with us.
Hi.
Very good.
So, what's going on, Amy?
Well,
You ready for tonight?
first, as ready as I'll ever be. Um, well, the Facebook ad that we got into a conversation back after the show last week, um, I put it in for a second review, and they declined it again based on the fact I'm at like the ad was it read like, are you do you struggle with mental illness, this is the festival for you. And they said that was invasive, and I'm like, that's a bunch of bull crap, because you let all kinds of other crazy crap be on Facebook, and
Mm-hmm.
this is actually a positive thing. Just goes to prove Facebook is evil. And
So they
Yeah.
didn't even listen to your argument, or they just didn't like the
no,
way
they
you
didn't
worded
give me
it?
a place. They didn't give me a place to make an argument. They just look at it again. So I
That's
had
strange.
to
Mm-hmm.
recompose the ad, and I had to pray that they didn't decline it, because the link itself pulls up Conquering Disabilities with Film International Film Festival. So,
Yeah.
but the second time it went through, but it was without that language. And I really didn't like that, because, it doesn't explain what the festival is about, and it doesn't target the audience as well. But, Facebook is going to be Facebook, and they tied my hands.
Yeah.
It was very frustrating, because I think they allow certain things on Facebook and that I think are offensive as all get out. And it's not offensive if you're telling people, hey, if you struggle with mental illness and you've got some art, we'd like to see it. That's a positive outlet.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's segue.
Mark Zuckerberg
Yep.
can suck it.
Take that, Mark. We're gonna segue then. I'm gonna turn on just a little slideshow about the festival and go ahead and tell people about it real quick.
Okay. So, Conquering Disabilities with Film International Film Festival is about it takes things like films, screenplays, poems, short stories, music, uh, photography, one sheet, like, movie posters, movies shot on your iPhone, true stories that are narrative, not necessarily documentary. And of course, we take documentaries, we take a lot of different stuff. And you have to either be struggling with a mental health condition, or a physical challenge, a chronic physical illness, or the material has to address mental health issues. So, and for your film, the way you qualify is if it is not about mental illness, your director or your writer or your DP or your talent needs to be facing those conditions. And you put it in the cover letter. Please, people, put it in the cover letter so I can consider you for some specialty awards. It tells me that you're qualified, and that, we want to see your work. We want to honor you, and we want to honor that, we know, especially we know firsthand what it's like to battle these things and to produce artwork. So the website for Conquering Disabilities with Film is Conquering Disabilities uh, filmfest.com. And for Film Freeway, it's filmfreeway.com/Conquering Disabilities Film Fest. So that's what the festival is about and what we'd like to see. Okay.
Cool.
Pause for a dramatic reference. That's it. Good job. Good job. I wanted to make sure I gave it enough time, because I think that we'll be
Oh,
able to take a part of the recording for this video and cut that part for you.
Oh, that would
Because
be
yeah, you did
wonderful.
a good job. So, all right, everyone, and we will put those links to those sites in the comments for this recording, and we'll also put them up on the Amy Unplugged site. hopefully with the recording of that little promo. Good job.
Yeah, definitely. Wish I had something to submit.
You should. They take short stories up to 5 pages.
Oh, really? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have something, I know you struggle, so I'd love to see it.
Well, I might dig through some stuff and see.
And and I should say the festival takes place in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Ooh, nice. Never been there. That'd be nice.
Never been there?
No.
I've only been there once.
Wow.
And I don't have
Never been at all.
It's not that
You're coming, right? You're coming this year, right?
No, I have not yet committed. I told you the odds are against going. But
you do have a pass to get into Indie Gathering.
I know that. I'm going to that.
And
that is 10 minutes from my house.
There you go.
I can Uber. All right, so this is Recovery Unplugged Live. You call it mental health advocacy with a twist. I like that. We shared that today. You got season 1 up on YouTube. And,
yes, except for the interview where you interviewed me. So
it's a good one. That's a good one not to put up.
I'm entering that one into AOF.
You are?
Mm-hmm. Because you did. It was a really good interview, and I think because Letters to Daniel is going to be submitted there this year. It's a great companion piece to it.
Gotcha.
I don't know if it'll get selected because there's the competition gets tougher and tougher and tougher every year. But I just feel like if I'm going to submit an episode, I want to submit.
I got to let my cat out.
Okay.
Julie says well, that's fine. Julie says she wants to hear some Vegas stories.
Vegas stories? Okay, so
go on, Ollie.
I don't really have any Vegas stories.
She might want to hear them when you get back, like after this year. I don't know, or maybe she wants to hear some of your past stories.
I'm planning on going, and I just, my mom and dad are going to be there this year. Missy's going to be there this year.
Oh, cool.
Are the actresses going to be there?
I know Megan is targeting it. She has to have the money. I keep telling her to write a short script to submit to get a badge because it is a little. You had to plan for it. It is one of the bigger festivals, and but it's worth it if you go. The connections you make, the networking you do, more than pays for the festival, and that's part of the reason why I love the fact Conquering Disabilities with Film is going to be hosted by AOF, because it will present the opportunity to people like me that I had the opportunities I got by attending AOF. They're going to have access to all of that.
And is that website from them too? That website's really nice.
Yeah, Dell did that.
He's got talent.
Dell's a genius. So you remember Dell?
Oh yeah, I know. He's got talent. So you're going to pitch this show as a broadcast show as well, right?
Yes, that's what the sizzle is for. And we're trying to get the numbers up on these episodes. So if we get some numbers behind me, we'll have something to show. So that's why I was wanting, maybe at least one
share. Everybody share.
Yeah, everybody share. Please share the episode.
Share the love.
Yeah, you too, Misty. Just share it on your timeline whenever
it
goes. It helps because Barbara.
Yeah, organic shares are the best way to reach more people on social media.
Right.
So.
I did a paid ad, but that was for the season 1 that's already on YouTube, and it's hard to get, or it's hard to get.
It's kind of cheesy too. It's like you've just got 3 likes. That cost you $2.82.
Okay, I'm paying for my popularity.
Right. It's like, okay.
Well, hey, if people all I care is people go through the link and take a look at it.
Yep.
I have some great episodes. I chose all the ones that were broadcast in this medium where it was live, because I feel like technically, like technical soundness for sound and look, they're cleaner than the pre-recorded ones I did. And there were some good interviews, but I think the first 3 interviews I think were fantastic of my pre-recorded with Brandon and Andrew and Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
But after that, I felt like the ones that I had come on here, like Mysti is, they were much more professional looking and sounding.
You're so sweet.
I still have makeup on. I'm proud of myself.
I don't. So, all right, well, cool. Well, let's get into it. Mysti's here, and her time is precious, as is ours. So let's watch the sizzle for the show, and then we'll come back and you'll do the interview, right, Amy? You're ready? You got
ready.
Your cat didn't eat your questions?
I got to make sure it's moving. Oh, okay. I'm pulling it up now. So whenever you say you go, then I won't be screwed.
All right. Here's the sizzle.
Hi, I'm Amy McCorkle, and the show is called Recovery Unplugged. The purpose of the show is to interview artists of every stripe: writers, directors, editors, painters, everything under the sun, about their mental health and how it impacts their professional and personal careers. The format of the show is a typical talk show: an introduction by myself about current events, an interview with a celebrity, and then a small interview with an independent artist to show how they have overcome against great odds and to provide them with resources that they might not otherwise have. The mission and purpose of the show is to smash stigma, to debunk stereotypes of those with mental illness, and to show that we are simply people who are wanting to live our lives. It is personal, and there is a need for it. As someone who has been diagnosed with bipolar disorder for 20 years, I feel that I want to help people, I want to give back, and this show is the perfect way to do that. What do you think is the importance of a show like Recovery Unplugged on a mainstream landscape?
I think extremely important, because just so many people can relate, whether or not they're even in the creative arts, especially for creatives, but it applies to everybody, and especially in this day and age, because we're dealing with a lot of dynamics, a lot of new things with technology, social media, a lot of pressures. The modern world is very different, and so a show like this is very valuable, because I think it gives an outlet to folks that are facing.
Tonight, we welcome best-selling author, mother of 3, and location provider for Letters to Daniel when one of our Airbnb locations bitched out and ripped us off, and all-around superwoman, Mysti Parker. Why don't we begin at the beginning, and can you tell us how your journey to becoming a published author began?
Wow. Hello, Amy. How are you?
I'm doing good.
And welcome to Recovery Unplugged audience out there. So, hi everybody. It's late at night for me, so forgive me if a few of my brain cells are not working.
That's okay.
Quite honestly. But no, I got started in 2010, so this has been it's been about a decade here that I've been a writer, and I started with fantasy romance, and it's just blossomed from there. And I write all kinds of different romance now. Got over 20 novels published and a lot of short things. And so, yeah.
What would you say has been your greatest joy in your writing career?
Greatest joy is finally, in the past couple of years, seeing my hard work pay off, in that I'm making more money than I'm spending. So
that's good.
Finally, after like 8 years or something.
Overnight.
That's all.
Your 10-year overnight success.
Right. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it didn't happen overnight.
What accomplishment on the writing scene would you point to as your biggest achievement, and why is that?
Oh, what accomplishment on the writing scene? Oh gosh. Probably when I became an Amazon bestseller for my romantic comedy series. That was pretty awesome. So got up in the top 100 there for a little bit, and that was nice.
Okay. So, on occasion, you have been known to write with a partner, including your
Mhm.
most recent series. Is it as satisfying to write with someone as it is alone? And what are some of the unique challenges that you face in both your
Mm.
solo writing and co-authoring stints?
I really have loved both of my co-authored projects. It's really nice to be able to bounce ideas back and forth off of each other. You can really brainstorm, and if you're stuck on something, you can ask your co-author to help you out. And, like in this case, we alternate chapters. So like I was the heroine's point of view, she was the hero point of view, and it's nice because you get the you know. Uh, different voices. She's got her own style. I've got my style. Bless you. But then you are kind of dependent on that other person's schedule too. So that's kind of a challenge. So if they've got something going on, you kind of have to, wait for them and can't be in a rush. But whereas on your own, you can set your own kind of schedule. But then again, on your own, you're doing everything by yourself. So it's,
Yeah,
you
gotta
know.
avoid procrastination.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Which I'm great at. I'm great at procrastinating. Champion procrastinator.
What has been the most challenging aspect of your publishing career, and why is that?
Challenging. Making money.
Any indie author's answer.
I mean, really, honestly, just getting out there and getting marketing is obviously, yeah, it's difficult. Yes.
It
If we
seems
could
like
only,
the deal you make with the devil. You can't
yes,
just be a writer.
exactly. Yeah.
You've got to be willing to market yourself. That's just part
Yes.
of the deal.
Got to be a business person.
Okay. Now I'm going to pivot and talk about mental health. I know
Okay.
you struggle with both mental illness and other medical conditions. What is that like, and how do they differ from one another?
Um, well, let's see. The depression is that kind of manifested first back in 2013. I kind of reached a low point where I was just laying in bed crying all day and knew I had to get some treatment for that. So I did. Um, and I've really found some medications that work really well. And then about 4 years ago, I was diagnosed with premature ovarian decline, which is basically like having menopause, but you don't lose your period. So that sucks.
Ugh,
Yeah,
that
exactly.
sucks.
Exactly. Yes. Exactly. I'm
That's
like,
a raw
gosh, dang
deal.
it.
Thanks a lot,
Right.
Mother Nature.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks a lot. Yeah. So, yeah. So now I'm on hormone replacement therapy and taking antidepressants. And, both of those conditions can worsen the other one. And it's, and a lot more probably physical symptoms with the hormones than mental, but yeah, it's been a challenge for sure.
Depression is a difficult illness to navigate when you want to do anything, let alone
Mm.
be creative. How do you manage to keep writing even on the days when depression is weighing you down?
It depends. Some days I don't. I mean, and I've had to learn to just
Accept
be
that.
okay with that. Just be okay with. You don't have to write every single day. Because if I force it, a lot of times it's not good. It makes the anxiety worse and everything and the depression worse, really. So I really have to just slow down and just be kind to myself. Give myself a break.
Okay. Uh, Life will often sucker punch you when you're flying high and trigger symptoms of your illness. How do you combat that and keep yourself from giving up?
Oh, uh, uh, well, for me, physical, just taking care of myself physically is really, really important to that. I've learned diet, exercise, and getting enough rest. Because if I am exhausted or if I'm just eating crap and not moving, it really makes things worse. So yeah, if I can at least do the basics of just taking care of myself, it's a lot better.
Okay. Depression has all these accompanying symptoms. It's not simply about being sad.
Mm-hmm.
Can you share what this is like to our audience?
Yeah, it's not just being sad. It's like for people that don't suffer with it, it's very hard for them to understand. It's not just being down. It's not just being sad. You've got just this crippling um, self-loathing, self-doubt. You doubt yourself constantly. Nothing. You feel like nothing you do is good enough, or you're not good enough. It's really, really a lot more than just being sad. I don't know. It's really hard to explain. Honestly.
It's okay. Like I said, this ain't your story.
It is.
What's it like being a wife, a mother, and a professional navigating depression?
It's busy. It's very busy. Having to navigate all the family stuff and work and everything else. I don't know. I mean, like I said, if I just have to make sure I stay on top of it. And if I know that I'm being triggered and, like this past week has been kind of down for me. So it's been a little bit of a low point. So I've just had to kind of back off and slow down and take some time, do the essentials. You got to take care of the kids, you got to take care of the house and everything else. But other than that, I just haven't been forcing myself to do a whole lot on top of that.
Okay.
So yeah, just be self-aware, basically.
Okay, so finally, let's have a little fun. If your life was a movie, what would the title be?
Oh, Lord. What would the title be? Oh, gosh, you sprung a good one on me. Golly. Maybe it'd be like a Two Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. I don't.
Okay.
Or I fell out of the cuckoo's nest. And hit my head. There you go.
Okay, if you could choose anyone in the cinematic universe to portray you in that movie, who would it be?
Oh, Nicole Kidman. Obviously, yeah, because I just want to be as tall as she is.
Okay, what is your favorite writing related experience?
Ooh, writing related experience. As far as like an event or something,
It
or
could be an event, it could be a contract you sign, it could be anything. Like creating something. It's whatever. It's writing related. A gift you got. It can be anything.
wow. I think really it's just when I get on a really good roll when I'm writing and I just don't want to stop. That's really nice. That doesn't happen all the time, So it's like, and you sit down and you realize you've written 5,000 words and you're like, wow, and you just want to keep going. So that's nice. I like those days.
What is your proudest accomplishment in life?
Oh, my kids. They're a lot better than me, so that's good. I've done something right.
Okay. And to close this out, what advice would you give to writers out there struggling to make it, who are also struggling with mental illness and chronic physical illness?
Take care of your mind and your body, and the rest will follow.
Okay.
Yes.
John, you got anything?
I don't, but that was a really good interview. It was very heartfelt. I appreciate your candidness and your openness about your experiences. And Amy, I didn't know you were gonna throw a location under the bus, and I just wanted to say it was fun being over there on set for Letters to Daniel.
Yeah, it was.
And, appreciate you opening your home up to us in that way. That was very trusting and
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, trusting that we would leave it as we found it.
I told Amy last episode, I said, oh, well, I should have my coffee cup that I stole from her house on the episode.
Uh-oh.
No, I didn't take anything.
I wouldn't have noticed it anyway.
Yeah.
Somebody left a sock. That's the
Working
only
at-
thing that I noticed.
I
That was
love
probably Doug.
working at Misty's
Yeah.
house. I love working at Misty's house because there's room to house everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we were in some pretty small space.
Like,
Your son
like
has
the
one of those
bathroom,
remote
yeah.
controlled dragons.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
And I took a picture of it and showed it to my son, and he has one now.
Oh, awesome. Yeah.
From his
Yeah.
uncle. His uncle got him one, so it was cool. He loves it.
I think I got that at Disney World, so that was pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the non-Disney World version. All right.
Well,
What do we do? Is this the awkward ending, or is this the one where you ask a couple more questions, Amy, and then you go, is the microphone still on?
say if you've got a poem, a short story, music, movies, either filmed in 4K or on your phone, true stories that are narrative in nature, documentary, everything. We've got every length of film you can cover. Photographers, a series of 5 photos, artists, graphic artists who do movie posters like Clint did for us. Enter it into the Conquering Disabilities with Film International Film Festival. And if you enter into your project into Conquering Disabilities with Film, you will get a discount on our host festival, AOF and Hollywood Dreams. And you ask to join the Conquering Disabilities with Film International Film Festival group, and the code is in there. So that's about all I got.
Good job. Say hi
Awesome.
to Janet. Janet just joined us. She says hello
Hey,
to all of
Janet!
us. What's up, Janet?
Hi, Janet.
How are you?
Is she in Arkansas?
Yes, she is. She's in Brinkley.
What's that? Was that a city?
Remember, Mark said he lived in Hooterville, USA.
Did he? I don't know if I committed
Yes,
that
he
to
said
memory.
it several times.
Hooterville. That's awesome.
I'm going to live there.
Sounds like a bar.
All right, everybody. We're going to be out of here. Next week. What's up? Who's up next week?
Next week, okay, is musician, actor, and festival organizer Eric Kerr.
Gotcha. Cool. And our intro and outro music
Is composed by Valio Get Off.
It's new for this episode. So, all right, everyone, thanks for
Ooh.
tuning in, and we'll see you next week. Thanks, Misty.
Thank you.
Bye,
Good
Amy.
night.